What is up, YouTube? It's Comic Zealot, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the tip skill. The tip skill is a coping mechanism for anybody who is experiencing an intense emotion like panic, fear, anger, something that's negative, and you really need something quick to snap you back out of it. Usually people think of panic attacks or anxiety attacks, but it can be used for, like I said, any kind of negative emotion. I learned this in this book that they gave us at our class that I take on Monday nights, and it's something that you can just buy, and it goes through all the different skills included in DBT, which is just a particular type of therapy. Tip is something that a lot of people in that class, of people that I know, use and love. I have never used it, but I know what it is, and my hope is that by publishing this video, and those of you that watch that do also suffer with mental illness like I do, hopefully you will listen to me explain one of these things and you'll be able to use it and it will help, because that's the whole goal of this. The whole goal of me posting any videos that I talk about mental illness or my struggles is the hope that somebody searches, finds my video, listens to it, and it helps them, because I've been struggling with mental illness for about 20 years. Yes, I'm older than I look. If I had known this, if YouTube had existed 20 years ago and I really knew what was wrong with me and I was able to search for videos like this, I know it would have helped me. So I just want to help someone else. TIP is an acronym, and it's a set of kind of three different, the P has two. So basically there's 4 different types of things you can do in the TIP skill to help train your brain to snap out of it and to get back to a calmer state of mind. So we'll just go with anxiety attacks here. That's what I know. So when you're having an anxiety attack, it's different for everybody, but for me, I can't breathe. I feel like there's a big rock that's in my chest. My heart just pounds like crazy and sometimes even feels erratic. I feel like I'm being squished, like I feel claustrophobic almost, and my body temperature starts to rise too. I start to heat up. If you're really in the midst of a bad attack, number 1, or the T in TIP, is to do extreme temperature. That doesn't mean hot, it means cold. So literally what you can do is you can take a bucket of ice water and ice in the water cold, not just the cold setting on your sink, like actual ice water. You take a breath and you submerge your head up to your temples at least, and you keep your head in there as long as you can. So probably, 15, 20 seconds maybe. And immediately that really cold water will shock your heart rate into slowing back down. Your blood pressure will drop and you relax. It's actually proven. I've seen it happen in front of my eyes before. It's crazy, but it works. Again, extreme temperature. It can be cold water. It could also be like an ice pack, one of those things that for injuries, or those ones that you can put over your face, as long as it hits your temples is the thing. So super cold water on your face. Some people say taking like an ice cube and holding them in their hands also does the same thing. So that could work. Also, if you live somewhere really cold like I do, sticking your head outside without any kind of, protection. Like if it's really cold, like it gets here, just going outside and like picking up, a pile of clean snow or something, that could help too. So extreme temperature, it makes your heart rate calm down, and it just helps you relax. It'll happen very instantaneously. It's not something that you'll have to keep trying. Like it will work either the first time or the second time you try it. The I in TIP is intense exercise. This seems really crazy to me, that if you're in the middle of a panic attack, when you think you're dying, that they suggest that you go and sprint down the hallway. I mean, that's literally what they mean. They mean doing something really intense. Sprinting, lifting something really heavy, like lifting weights, a really heavy weight, like jumping up and down, doing jumping jacks, anything like that. Exerting yourself physically when you're in that high anxiety mode, it will just cause your brain to focus on that. For some reason, I don't know how that works. The P has 2 different ones. So the first one is paced breathing. The goal is, if you're doing a paced breathing and you're not only just trying to breathe regularly, but if you're counting the seconds that you inhale and exhale, if you maybe try to draw like a design in the air while you're doing it, so it's like breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, something like that, or you're like tracing it on your hand. If you're doing those types of things, it's impossible to freak out because your brain is focusing on the counting and the labored breathing and stuff like that. So paced breathing really does help. I've done it I don't know if I've gone so far as to like do the tracing, but I have definitely slowed my breathing down, and I've counted, and I've focused completely on the fact that I was breathing, and it does help. It made my anxiety attack significantly lower in intensity. There are different types of breathing techniques, they say. It's really what works for you. For me, I don't really actually make sure it's measured completely, like 4 seconds and 7 seconds. That's, some people really abide by that, like the 4 seconds inhale, 7-second exhale. I think as long as you're mindful and concentrating on what you're doing and actually just counting at all, that's just going to help it. The old adage of taking the paper bag and breathing into it actually is also a really good thing, because it prevents the amounts of oxygen. I forgot how to explain it scientifically, but I remember my therapist said something about how, yes, that actually also works pretty well when you have that paper bag and you try to breathe into it. It helps get your breathing more under control. I've never tried it, but apparently that also works. The last P is paired muscle relaxation. Now, I've done this when I've tried to go to sleep. I don't think I've ever, well, I know I've never tried it when it's been some sort of intense anxiety attack. Basically what they say to do is to tense and relax like every part of your body. And you can do it in any order you want. That's not really the important part. But it's clenching and unclenching part. With your fists, you clench and you'd relax your hands. Or you'd bend and unbend your legs. Or you'd like stretch out your toes and then scrunch them up. Like basically exactly how it sounds. You're tensing and then relaxing. And you're just doing it really methodically. Maybe even counting it so it's even. And you're supposed to go from one end of your body to the other. So it's either bottom to top or top to bottom. I do it top to bottom. I feel that's easier. Whatever makes the most logical sense. So that's supposed to help relax you, because again, you're focusing all your attention on like that, whatever body part it is that you're tensing and you're relaxing. So that's the fourth part of tip, which is paired muscle relaxation. These skills under tip are things that you use when you're at what you feel is your crisis point, when you're having a bad anxiety attack, when you feel really afraid, when you feel really anxious, even really angry, anything where your emotion is really intense and it's interfering with what you're supposed to be doing, or even just affecting just everyday life. You're supposed to go to one of these things and try one of these things to get immediate results, immediate biological results in your body. So the first one, extreme temperature, extreme cold, bucket of ice water, ice cubes, snow, something like that. The I is intense exercise, so not just doing something small, like doing something like sprinting or jumping jacks, something that exerts a lot of energy. That will get your body to calm down, because it's showing itself that it is in fact okay. The third one, the P, paced breathing. So counting your breathing out and maybe even doing something else while you're doing that, like tracing it in your hand or just counting it in your head. Really being mindful of how you're breathing and how slow and how fast you're breathing. And then the last one, the fourth one, is paired muscle relaxation. Tensing and relaxing your muscles from one end of your body to the other. Or certain parts. Like if you know where your tension's coming from, you can just try to focus on that part. You don't have to do your whole body if you don't want to, but they suggest trying to work through your whole body. And just being mindful of what you're doing. Trying to divert your brain. I'm not sure if I explained this very well. I'm not a therapist. I've heard this explanation a few times. I hope that you understood what I meant. I'm sure if you looked up TIP and DBT, you would find a lot of resources on it and people that could maybe explain it better than I could. But I wanted to bring this up because I want to start making more videos explaining more things about coping skills in the hopes that it will help someone. Because I have limited ways of reaching an audience, more or less, and I feel like YouTube is a way for me to do that, and I just really want to help somebody out there. That's just one of my goals with my YouTube channel. So I hope that you found this video helpful if you watched it. If you are a subscriber and you are brand new, first of all, hello and thank you. And if your subscriptions are not private or blocked, you will make it on my thank you for subscribing page, which will be coming up in an upcoming video. All subscribers, old and new, know I appreciate you and I love checking out your channels and engaging with you on my channel. Sorry, my cat is attacking me and he is on the chair. And yep, there's his tail. I appreciate all of you subscribers, old and new. My video shout out for today, And my camera is really wobbling because my cat is now on the chair, so I do apologize for the shakiness. He is going nuts, and I can't really get him off of it at the moment. My video shout out for this video is Shack Attack. Shack Attack, thank you very much for subscribing to my channel, for engaging, and being a part of my audience. I thank you very much. I appreciate you. I look forward to your comments. If any of you are interested in checking out her channel, I will put the link to her channel in the pinned comment below. So that's it for me, guys. That's all I got for this video. So thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing if you have not already. And until the next time, peace.